Bad Omens were on tour. I feel like they've been on tour for the entirety of their career, the poor men. And they were coming to Danforth Music Hall, and of course, their show was sold out. So I put a inquiry online to be like, "Hey, if anyone has tickets, like, let me know." Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that because you're
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
get a million people in your inbox, and 90% of them are gonna be scammers. Did I know
Okay.
this? No, I didn't. I was young, I was impressionable, I was vulnerable. Bad Omens was my top listened to band, so I was like, "I need to be there." So, I get a bunch of inquiries, and I get somebody at the top of my inbox, I was too lazy to scroll through. She's like, "Hey, I can give you, 2 tickets for $50 each," and they were going for about 90. So I was like, "Oh, wow, this seems too good to be true." And
Right.
that's when my alarm bells started going off. Did I listen to them? Absolutely fucking not. I was too blinded by wanting to see Bad Omens. So I ended up e-transferring this person, and once again, the red flags were going off because the name that I was e-transferring to and the email were very different, super
Right.
different. Once again, my intuition's like, "Hey man, maybe you should like fact check this. Maybe ask them for a piece of ID so that way you can have some accountability." No, I didn't do that either. I had 2 chances and I didn't do it. So, obviously I got scammed. As soon as I sent the money, they blocked me, which honestly fair. They deserve to get that money because I was fucking stupid. So let this be a warning that if it's too good to be true, it is. Period. Hello and welcome or welcome back to PremoDonnas. I am Imperium,
And I'm Mishka.
and it's honestly so good to be back. I felt like the 2 weeks that I accidentally took off thinking I was only gonna need 1 week to move. Who was she? Who did she think she was? Absolutely not. So I apologize for being away, but I'm happy to be back, and Mishka, you held the fort down.
I held
Appreciate
the fort
you.
down. We went deep. We covered some of the upcoming releases you had mentioned. And then I
Mhm.
I dove deep into why I wear a patch and that it's not a costume.
Yeah.
But it was good.
I leave you alone for 1 week, and you just go straight to trauma dumping.
Yeah, well, like, forgive me, but like I don't know, I just was like, what's something interesting that I can talk about? And perhaps that's interesting. I don't know. I gave a fair warning and I told people like if this isn't your vibe, you can just like end the video here, which I'm sure some people did. But no, it was good. It was good to talk about it, honestly, and get it out there because it's the truth. It's the reality I live in. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and obviously
straight
I'm
to trauma.
joking. Instead of straight to jail, straight to trauma.
Straight to trauma. Yeah. No, 100%. I was just gonna ask you, what have you got on the docket today? What are we talking about?
It's concert season. The weather is getting nicer somewhat in Toronto. I know we have, a little bit of conflicting things happening. We have some negative temperatures and some positive temperatures, but whatever. Concert season is upon us. Festival season is upon us. I wanted to give listeners and watchers, some of my best practices for Ticketmaster in particular and getting those tickets. I use all of these for getting the My Chemical Romance single ticket that I got. So these are just things that will help you hopefully secure those tickets, secure that bag. And oh, and I want to talk about the time I got scammed on Facebook. So we're
Oh,
going to be talking about best practices for Ticketmaster and ways to spot ticket scams because I was naive and I'll tell you about it later. But those are the kinds of things that I wanted to talk about today for like the main component. And also I wanted to talk to you about my spin class last night.
oh my god, oh my god, okay. What
So uh okay, I feel like this is gonna be a big yap thing. I guess that's the whole point of a
it's
podcast.
okay.
But anyways, it's okay, it's fine. It's my medium, it's fine. Um I recently or not so recently went through a big change in my life. I am no longer with my partner. So with that has come a lot of self-discovery, a lot of like productivity, kind of reevaluating some things in my life. And, like, in true breakup fashion, she signed up for a spin class. I already have my tattoo booked to finish my back piece. I didn't wanna change my hair. I already have bangs, so, like, the next thing in line was to join a spin class.
Okay. I've never been to a spin class before.
Do you know what it is?
It's like riding on a stationary bike, right? Like you're just
Yes.
pedaling? Yeah, okay.
Yes. So, I went to Sweat and Tonic. This isn't sponsored or anything, this is of my own free will and of my own money. I just wanted to, like, try a new experience, just throw myself at something that I've never done before that was like a workout thing. And I was humbled immensely. I
Mm.
was
Oh,
immensely
yeah?
humbled. I fucking hate cardio. I don't mind weight training. It's boring to me. Like, you pick shit up, you put it down, you do the same. It's really repetitive. I don't like it, but I know I need to do it to be hot.
But
So,
isn't spin just pedaling to nowhere?
yeah, for 45 minutes
So if you don't like
straight.
cardio, why would you choose that?
I Because I'm trying to evolve, okay? I'm not, like,
Okay.
trying to get a revenge body or anything like that. I feel actually pretty okay with where I'm at. But I just wanted to try something new and to get those endorphins going. So, I went to spin class, and, I went to this one in particular because I had seen pictures of it online, and they have it set up like a nightclub.
Right. Right.
So, they have these strip lights kind of all along the wall. They have different, like, light up patterns, and the theme of this ride, as they call it, was, EDM throwbacks featuring Calvin Harris. And I was like,
Okay.
"Alright. Alright, I'll bite. I will bite."
But what
I
version
was
of
hoping that they
Calvin
would.
Harris, though?
Oh, like Calvin Harris throughout the years.
Right, so we're not just hot Calvin Harris, but, like, nerdy, skinny, beanpole Calvin Harris from the past.
I forgot he wasn't always hot.
He's not always been hot. Just goes
He's
to
not
show
always
what
been hot.
money and time can do for you.
Exactly. But yeah, it was kind of like his biggest hits throughout the years,
Okay.
and you had to fucking bike. You had to just bike the whole time. You were encouraged not to ever stop
Oh,
for 45 minutes, and, like, she was so intense. She was really good at her job, and if there's one thing about me, like, I will try not anything once, but I will, like, throw myself into new experiences just to see what they're like and see what they're doing. Like, I've done the cold plunge thing at other ship
right.
before with the guided meditation, and, like, the meditation thing wasn't really my vibe because she was kinda like, "We are who we are because of the moments that have brought us all here together, and in the sanctity of the union," and I'm like, "Girl, I'm just here to see what a cold plunge is like for 2 minutes, like, I don't need to have, like,
You don't
another
need a spiritual
existential crisis."
experience as
I
well?
didn't without drugs? No. A sober one? No, no, no. Anyways, so the instructor was really great, but in order to, like, spice up the bike riding because it is a little monotonous, like, you're just fucking riding a bike.
But you're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere. So she's, like, making up arm choreography, like, with this so your legs are doing the beat of the song, and then your arm choreography is like, "Okay, this is first position, inside, and then we're gonna go outside, and then we're gonna go back, and then we're gonna go front, and then we're gonna go double time. Ready? Go, go, go." And I'm like, "What the fuck? I just came to ride the bike. This You're adding in some, like, some movement, some voguing, like, it wasn't, I wasn't expecting it,
I wonder
but I
how
guess that's
much,
what you have to do.
how much does adding extra arm movements add to the overall exercise of things? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if they add it to, like, help build anything or if it's just to kind of break up the boring pattern of just riding a bike. Because 'Cause you're
For
kind of doing,
funsies.
like, mini push-ups, like, in, like,
Right.
mini tricep things, but, she did something that I, like, was so mortified about. I was, like, doing the hand choreography and, like, going around with the beat, and she's like, "Yes, Emily, go!" And I was like, "Fucking kill me. Fucking kill
You're like,
me."
"It's my first time, ma'am. I'd really appreciate if you didn't single me out."
I really appreciate if you did not say my government name, in the spin class. Thank you very much. First off, how did you even know?
Wait, yeah, that's a bit weird.
It was cute though. They had a little postcard on the bike that I was on saying like, "Welcome to the first class." I'm like, "Oh my god, thank you," but like, stop.
You're like, "I am only trying this and, like, I might never be back, so, like, don't welcome
I
me
might
that
never be
much."
back. And I will confess something. Um, and girls, it's okay because I did it and I said that it's okay. It's a great place to fart. I had
What?
'cause no one will know it's you. It's like farting in an elevator. No one will suspect it's
Except if
you.
you're only in the elevator with one other person, then they
But
know
there's
it's
so many
you.
other people. There's like there's gotta be about like 30 people in class.
Okay. So I
No
guess,
one's gonna
yeah.
think it's me. Yeah.
That's
And you're like
hilarious.
you're constantly riding and I had just had dinner. And I was like, "Fuck, I gotta do it. I
Okay,
gotta
yeah.
do it," and I did it,
Why
and
did
it
you
was
decide to
fun.
eat right before doing 45 minutes of cardio?
'Cause I needed to eat. I hadn't eaten breakfast, and then I can't just go into a 45-minute cardio class without any food. That's crazy after
It's
not
probably
eating all
a
day.
bad decision, but it might also
Yeah.
not be the best decision to eat right beforehand.
Yeah, it's like, do you wanna vomit in class or do you wanna fart in class? Farting seems like the easy way out. At the end of class, I asked her if any of the themes changed, like, music genres, like, if they had, like, a metal one or, an emo pop punk one, and she's like, "Actually, there is an emo one at least once a month at the other location."
Okay.
So, I have 2 more credits that I can use this month, so I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for the, emo spin class.
I mean, it makes sense, like, if you're gonna
It
be
does!
exerting yourself, you might as well, like, listen to music where they're screaming about feelings.
Exactly. I would also love a metal one too and just, like, headbang while you do it, like, that's the choreography is just, like, whiplash.
I was gonna say that's a great way to get whiplash.
Only maybe they'll, like, stretch your neck out beforehand, I don't know. I don't know how these work, but I'm glad that I did it. I would do it again. It does feel super culty, though.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, don't they, like isn't it like the Peloton people, but, like, times 400?
It's like the Peloton people, but instead of Peloton being, like, just you and the screen, it's you immersed in this huge environment that has, like, all of these other people around you doing the same workout that you're doing, and the instructor on the podium just, like, going for it, cheering you on with all the lights and the sound effects and everything. Like, I wanted to hear a "wah, wah, wah" at some point. It didn't happen, unfortunately, but if I was instructing, I would have a soundboard that had that. Yeah, it's such a strange feeling, and, like, you feel like a different person coming out of it, and I don't mean, like, spiritually you're, like, a different person, but because you're sweating so much and just exerting so much energy and I'm not a cardio person, so maybe this is just, like, my own experience, but you go in being like, "Oh, I don't really wanna do this, like, why did I sign up for this? I don't wanna do this." And then you come out of it being like, "Holy fuck, I am sweaty as hell, I look like shit, but I feel like I could fight God right now."
Alright
Me and
then.
Calvin Harris. Yeah.
Calvin Harris throughout the eras pops up, helping you
We
out.
Found Love? Oh,
Oh,
it
that's a
was
good
banging.
one. That
It
is a
was a
good
good one.
one.
That was, like, the soundtrack of my college, university drinking years. That's when
Speaking
clubs were good.
when going to the club was good because the recession pop was popping, and
Exactly.
the I don't know if there's a term, like, the recession pop slash EDM phase of that of music
Mhm.
was really, really on point. It was good. Speaking of an artist just from the time frame of Calvin Harris's Skinny Beanpole look, um, Skrillex just released a new album on April 1st. It's his first album in, like, 9 years. I listened to it.
Damn.
It's only 45 minutes total, but there are,
Mhm.
like, a lot of songs. Like, there are some songs that are only 30 seconds.
What?
Um, Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's interesting. So I gave it a listen, and, like, it's exactly what you would expect from Skrillex, like, it's mostly noise. Yeah,
That's what I'm expecting.
but, like, not in the same way that his older music was. Like,
Okay.
it's one of those things where I was listening to it and I was like, "Okay, it's noise, but I wouldn't call it particularly catchy." I also wouldn't call it particularly, like, it is not designed for a mainstream audience. So, yeah,
Okay, it's
if you
like
wanna go
experimental?
some kind of the album is called "Fuck You, Skrillex, You Think You're Andy Warhol, but You're Not."
That's so brat.
It's yeah, it's a bit strange. The
Yeah.
write-up on it was about how he was trying to kind of make, like, pop art, but there's not a semblance of pop happening at all. It's Transformers noises for the most part. But at the same time, like, maybe that's gonna pop off again, who knows?
Speaking of Skrillex, do you remember when he first, like, emerged in our zeitgeist? And, like,
Yeah,
Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, like, were you, this was that your upbringing as well? Okay. Who were we at
we
7
we were
AM in the
there
morning?
together.
Yeah. But, like, that was kinda after he was, like, early high school, and we were more last year of high school. I remember,
True,
like, waiting
true.
for the bus just with dubstep. Between Skrillex and Cookie Monster, I
Yep.
was blasting that shit way too early.
It was before its
Yes! Oh
time.
my god!
Literally, very that. I yeah, no, I was there. I was consuming the dubstep. I don't know why, I feel like maybe I was just like, I like dance music, and so now this is the new dance music that's popular, so here I am. You know,
Mhm.
that's kind of my gig.
I feel like dubstep was very polarizing when it came
Well,
out. Like, pe you
'cause
either
it's
hated it or you loved it. There was no in between. It's like cilantro.
it yes, it is like cilantro. It's like cilantro. I don't know, I feel like yeah, I agree with you. It was polarizing, and it was one of those things that, like, the common critique that I always heard back in the day was like, "What is this noise?" Because it's mostly just noise. It's not necessarily music, at least in the way that at the time we were, like, envisioning what music was.
Right. I mean, that's it sounds like you were talking to my dad. He anytime, like, I would try to sneak on any type of that kind of music, he'd be like, "This isn't music.
Blah, 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 blah.
There's nothing. There's no lyrics." And it's like, dubstep was so amazing to me personally because it it's like the angry static in your brain, but, like, put in a way that makes you wanna move your body. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's, like, a mental illness thing, but there was just something about dubstep that, like, opened up this other part of my brain when I was listening to it or, like, made me feel things that I hadn't felt before. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I should have, like, thought a little bit more about it before trying to talk about it, but does that make any sense?
No, I get what you're saying. It kind of, like,
Okay.
unlocked co like, for me, it unlocked core memories. Like, that it's
Mhm.
just, like, those are ingrained in my brain now because of the sounds that he used, and really, he was kind of like, I don't y'all can clock me if this is wrong, but my understanding was that he was one of the first artists to really, like, try and push that sound mainstream, or maybe just gain enough popularity for it to go mainstream, but yeah, I remember it was, like, it's angry like hardcore metal or, like, hardcore emo music can be, but with a
Mhm.
danceability to it.
Yeah, and the structure is totally different, like, there's no chorus, bridge, verse, like, it's sound vomit. It's still, like, a composed piece of music, it's just not in the same format that we're used to consuming or listening to.
Yeah, and it's using, like, not necessarily unconventional sounds, but sounds that were not necessarily mainstream at the time. Moral of the story is, if you liked dubstep back in 2009, you should probably go check out Skrillex's new album because it's pretty much it's not same, but it's a lot of what you'd expect from Skrillex. So, like, good
Mhm.
for him, you know?
And also, if you listen to Skrillex in 2009, I hope your knees are feeling okay today. I hope your lower back is well.
Wasn't Skrillex, AKA Sonny, wasn't he in a, like, not an emo band, but, like, a metal band or
Yeah,
something?
you know he was. I was, like, waiting for you to say it before I spat it
What were
out.
they called? Because I don't
From
know.
first to last, baby. They had, like, a bunch of hits, but they had one literally named Emily. You don't think I
Oh,
had that shit on repeat? Oh my god. "There's no one in the world like Emily." I was like, "You damn right." Me at 14 with my internet
this
boyfriend.
I can imagine. You're sitting there and you're like, "This song's about me, guys. No,
Yeah,
listen, my name is
never
in it.
met
It's
him.
about me."
Never met him in my life, but he's definitely writing this song about me. For sure.
Right?
For
Love
sure.
that. Should we go over the best practices first, or should you tell us should you spill your trauma about getting scammed first?
I'm trying to think of the timeline of when this actually happened. It had to be, like, more than 2 years ago, maybe even, like, pre-pandemic. I time is an illusion. I have no idea. But Bad Omens were on tour. I feel like they've been on tour for the entirety of their career, the poor men. And they were coming to Danforth Music Hall, and, of course, their show was sold out. So I put a inquiry online to be like, "Hey, if anyone has tickets, like, let me know." Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that because you're
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
get a million people in your inbox, and 90% of them are gonna be scammers. Did I know
Okay.
this? No, I didn't. I was young, I was impressionable, I was vulnerable. Bad Omens was my top listened to band, so I was like, "I need to be there." So, I get a bunch of inquiries, and I get somebody at the top of my inbox, I was too lazy to scroll through. She's like, "Hey, I can give you, 2 tickets for $50 each." And they were going for about 90. So I was like, "Oh, wow. This seems too good to be true." And
Right.
that's when my alarm bells started going off. Did I listen to them? Absolutely fucking not. I was too blinded by wanting to see Bad Omens. So I ended up e-transferring this person, and once again, the red flags were going off because the name that I was e-transferring to and the email were very different, super
Right.
different. Once again, my intuition's like, "Hey man, maybe you should like fact check this. Maybe ask them for a piece of ID so that way you can have some accountability." No, I didn't do that either. I had 2 chances and I didn't do it. So, obviously I got scammed. As soon as I sent the money, they blocked me, which honestly fair. They deserve to get that money because I was fucking stupid. So let this be a warning that if it's too good to be true, it is, period. If you get to a
Yeah.
point where you're about to send somebody, a stranger online, money that you don't know, perhaps ask them for some form of ID or make sure that their name and email seem legit, or just don't do that at all and buy a resale ticket. But a very nice man who worked at the bank, gave me my money back because I unintentionally called the bank crying.
Oh,
Listen, it was the week of my period and things were rough. I just got scammed. I'd never been scammed before, surprisingly. So I gave him my sob story and he was very nice and he was like, "Listen, sounds like you're going through a hard time." I was. He's like, "I can give you a credit, give you your money back, but I just, want you to be aware that like this could happen again, so please like be vigilant and, and I was like, "Thank you so much. Is there like a survey that I could like rate you as like being really good at your job or something? Cuz like this is really nice." And he's like, "No. No, this is just my job. It's okay. I just want to look out for you and like hope that this will make everything okay."
come through, Mr. Bankman. Come
Come
through.
through, Mr. Bankman. That's the only time I will say that. So wherever he is, I hope he's having a great day. And yeah, be wary of scams. Also, through my Facebook Marketplace adventures, people like to do this thing where they will send you a message being like, "Hey, so I can't pick up this item right now, but I can send you a deposit of the money so that I can like hold it. Here's a link to Interact that you can click to then accept the money or whatever." Don't don't click it.
Okay.
Don't do it
Why? What is it?
because it's like a phishing thing.
Oh, so it's just collecting your data.
Mhm.
Your
And then
data.
it'll make you like input your banking information, and then they
Oh,
have your banking
okay.
information through the link. So after getting
Did that happen
scammed,
to you?
well, it happened a bunch of times I got sent those links, but now after getting scammed, I was like, can't fool me twice. Once for sure, not
Yeah,
twice."
another, like, really I mean, I haven't had to deal with it recently, but one thing, um, when I was looking for an apartment in the past, that's also another place where people, like, run scams like crazy. So if you're ever looking for an apartment or for a house or something and, like, it's too good to be true, like, it's usually something along the lines of, like, "Oh, we own this condo, wherever, blah, blah, blah." But like, I'm actually an engineer who's from the UK. And so I'm like, we're away right now. So like, we're offering at a low price so that somebody will just take it. And it's like, y'all, finding a place to live in this economy is difficult. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. I don't have no time for it.
Yeah,
So
I had
there
one
you
of my
go.
friends actually like gave them rent, like first and last,
Oh yeah. And then they'll
and
run with it.
and then they'll run with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or there is literally no apartment.
Yeah.
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 So
100%. So
scams
be
are a
vigilant
thing.
out there, guys.
Yep.
Keep your
I
eyes open.
literally don't answer my phone anymore if it's an unrecognized number. I don't answer it. You can leave a message
Yeah.
if it's important.
Yeah, I was listening to The Bald and the Beautiful, Trixie and Katya's podcast, and Katya was saying that someone called her pretending to be the bank, saying that there was an identity fraud. So there was, like, someone who charged her card, like, $500, $1,000, and whatever for this, and gets her to the point where it's like, "Okay, and now what's your PIN number?" And she was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." Because that's, like,
Yeah,
the
no.
one thing, like, they will never ever ask you for your PIN.
Yeah,
But
they'll
the
never
scams are
ask for
getting
your
smarter.
PIN. They're trying. I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those things where, like, at this point in this day and age, if you don't recognize the number, don't answer it. And if it's really something serious or if it's actually real, they'll call you back.
Yeah, or like you, I also never answer my phone. You can leave a voicemail, or you can text me. Why would you fucking call me? Why would you
Yeah.
are you my dad? Are you my mom? Are you my brother? No. Why are you calling me?
Speaking of, like, being reached out to by, like, random people, something that happened very recently in our so in Canada, we had a provincial election in Ontario not too long ago, and I don't know about you, but, like, the candidate, only one of them, a very specific one, send me fucking text messages being like, "Hey, are you gonna vote for us? Kindly fuck off. Thanks."
Yeah, also, none of your business, actually.
Yeah, it's annoying. And also it was from the candidate who was, for lack of a better word, trash. And so would not have voted for them anyways, but the fact that they had my phone number and were able to text me, I thought was really fucking weird. Like,
Yeah.
what power are you using that you shouldn't be to get my phone number when I haven't signed up for this? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So,
Isn't
anyways,
that, like, illegal?
right, it feels illegal.
It
Like,
feels
there should be a
illegal.
privacy policy. If I didn't give you my phone number, you can't fucking text me.
I want to switch up the topics a little bit now and get into my best practices for Ticketmaster. So Ticketmaster has these tips on their website, but I wanted to add a couple that I personally do for every big show that I know is going to sell out. For smaller shows, you don't really need to worry about this unless you want to ensure that you're going to be there. But these are just a couple of things that I like to do when buying tickets from Ticketmaster because we all know that Ticketmaster has ways to make you very angry. However,
Hmm?
we cannot avoid them for the most part. So here are some of my ways to ease and alleviate some of that pain. Presale is very important. If the artist offers presale, this will help get you first in line. So sign up for the artist's emailing list. Go to their website, check out if they have any sort of mailing list that you can sign up for because they will email you the presale code, which will then put you in front of the other people that do not have it. Other ways to get a presale code are following the band on Spotify. I've actually gotten a bunch of emails from Spotify with presale codes just by following the artist. Does Apple Music have something similar? Do you know?
I don't know if they have anything specifically similar to like follow this artist, but you can
Mhm.
add an artist to your favorites and you can also like save, say, like albums and stuff to your library. And so if you save it to your library, I've also received emails from Apple Music being like, hey, this artist is going on tour soon. You should check it out. Here's the code. So
Okay,
yeah,
great. Okay.
they do the same thing there, yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so same but different. And lastly, for the presale bit is to follow pages like Ticketmaster or I do Live Nation as well on Twitter. I'm not calling it its other name or Facebook if you're a boomer or millennial like me. Because sometimes they will post ticket links with the presale code already included. So you just click the link for presale and you're already good to go. So MCR actually didn't have presale, so I wasn't able to use any of these tips, but I did manage to get one ticket during the frenzy. So, obviously, locate the artist page that you want to see, log into your account, make sure that you know your password. It's mo it's mostly, pointing at me because
Save it in
I
your phone, kids.
save it in your phone, just, like, make sure that you can log into your account easily, and you can actually set a reminder on that specific artist's ticket release. So there's a
Oh,
little
that's
button
nice.
on Ticketmaster that you can do set reminder. And what that does is, right before the tickets are about to go on sale, Ticketmaster will then send you a notification, usually a link or an email that will enable you to go just, like, right into the queue.
Oh, that's
So that
nice.
is very important. So, make sure you can log in. Make sure that your credit card information is saved to your account because it makes checking out so much faster. There's nothing
This is
worse.
like on Ticketmaster's website or on their
Yes.
app,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. I personally, because I'm a millennial, I do all big purchases on a laptop. I've just never had luck on my phone. Like, I feel like shit always freezes or my connection's not stable or something. I've just never liked doing big purchases on my phone. So I always opt for doing it on the laptop. I set a timer 10 minutes before the Ticketmaster notification is gonna be sent out just to make sure that my login is smooth and working and my credit card information is up to date and current because it just makes everything go so much smoother. I cannot stress this enough. So,
Yeah.
when the day comes that the tickets are released, Ticketmaster will send you that link, that notification, tap it, and you're right there. You're ready to go. And that's it. Those are my best practices. Be there early. If you're a corporate emo, maybe set out like 30 minutes to 45 minutes just to make sure you're all set up, but making sure that everything on your account is linked, you can log in easily, everything's Gucci, that will be the best way to secure that bag, to get those tickets, to go to the Gaga tour, to go see MCR, to go see Kesha. Kesha's also going on tour. Did you see that?
Yeah, she's really and she announced a new album. The album is
We
called
love.
Period, like, it's just a
Of course
dot.
it is.
And she just very recently, like, this past week, released a new single. It's called, like, Yippee-Ki-Yay or something. I think it no, it's not T-Pain.
Jason Derulo. No. Okay.
Yeah, the album's supposed to be released July 4th,
Mm.
and yeah, wow. It is T-Pain.
Wow!
It's called
Good memory.
Yippee-Ki-Yay, and it's, like, a country western inspired kind of song. It's definitely still a pop song.
Mhm.
But yeah, T-Pain's in it, which, like, when was the last time T-Pain was featured in a song
Great.
that you know
Yeah.
of? Like,
I
"Okay,
can't
welcome
recall.
back." I'm telling you, the recession pop is about to be really popping, and all of these artists, like, um, who did I see? Do you remember The Cataracts and Dev?
Duh. Are you kidding?
They just
I
released
mean,
a
I
new
was I was
song.
gonna sing like a G6, but I mean, same but
Exactly.
different.
Like a
Yeah.
G6, Bass Down Low. They just released a
Face
new
Down Low,
song.
that was the other one. That was the other one.
Yes. They released a new song called Whistle or Make Your Body Whistle, and it's essentially the same sounds from Bass Down Low, just, like, repackaged with a new song, and, admittedly an annoying whistling sound, but
Real quick, how do you make your body whistle? Do I wanna know?
yeah, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's supposed to just be a euphemism for, like, I can
Dancing?
make you dance, but
Okay.
I'm not
Why didn't they
100%
just say
sure.
that? Why do they gotta make
Well,
it
because
weird?
there's definitely, like, a sexual connotation to it.
To whistling?
No, to making someone's body whistle. I don't know.
I
You
don't
can check
get
it
it.
out. People can check it out if they wanna hear it, but it's giving the same sounds as Bass Down Low, and when I heard it for the first time, I was just like, "Okay, okay."
Yeah, we love it. I'm here for it.
The recession pop. Honestly, I can't wait. Also, oh my god, Miley Cyrus's new album. I talked about it in the last episode, but, like, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm
Mhm.
excited. It's a visual album, so there's gonna be, like, a movie, I guess, aspect of it or something like that. And, like, yeah, no, I'm excited about it. I am. She actually just released a new single from it, called "If the World Was Ending" or something like
Something
that.
beautiful as well.
"Something Beautiful" is the title of the album,
Oh,
and I
okay, so
think
that
there
was, like,
might be
the
a song
song.
that's called that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's one called, like, "Let's Pretend It's the End of the World" or "Not the End of the World" or something like that. It's very pretty.
Mm.
And I saw the cutest comment on the YouTube video. So, the, like, number 1 comment on the video was from allegedly, from somebody who was in their, like, late 80s, and they were reflecting on, like, "Oh, like, my wife died in 2020, but she always used to dance to your music in the kitchen, and so, like, this new song reminds me of her." And it was just so cute. Who
Oh my
knows if it's
god, that
real?
would be, like, sleep token for me if I ever had a husband. It would be, like, commenting on
Right.
sleep token videos like, "My wife used to dance to your music in the kitchen."
Oh my god.
Which I
Literally
think they
us
have a new song. I haven't
Sleep
been up to
Token?
date on things because I haven't had fucking internet. I haven't had internet for 2 weeks. It's been a
Right.
lot. It's been a lot.
It's true, and, folks, she called me and had me troubleshoot
Oh my
to make
god.
the internet work. You're
Dude,
lucky that
so
I'm
embarrassing.
techy enough to make it work because it's a little complicated, but we managed, we got there.
Nothing makes you feel more stupid than when you get sent a set of, like, easy to understand instructions, and you're like, there's I don't
Literally
this is not
me
here."
trying to build IKEA furniture. I'm like, "It's like Lego, it's all pictures, I need some words, help me out here."
I would have rathered doing IKEA furniture for an hour than sitting here and trying to fucking figure out where my fiber
Mm.
box jack was. How was I supposed to know it was in the closet? They have the picture if it's like they're like, "Oh, yeah, you should just have, like, a fiber jack, like, just around." I
Well,
well, I don't.
at least
I
it's
know that I
working
know
now.
now. Yeah.
It's working now, and, like, I can see you, unlike our the Emo Chronicles episode where Imperium was literally just, like, a blurry object
That's how I
during the
like to be
recording.
perceived. I wish I could be a blurry object for parts of my life.
It's like somebody put the, like, mosaic filter in Photoshop over top your entire video feed.
Oh my god. That's well, honestly, there's so many great things about being in this house and in this place, but the number one thing is that I will not be interrupted. I will
That's
not have to
true.
work around schedules. I will not have to fight for bandwidth on the internet.
That's true.
Um, so those are some main good points about here. Also, the place is beautiful, and I love
It
my
really
neighborhood.
is. It really is beautiful, and, like, you have a nice little patio and everything, it's great.
I do, I need to clean it, I need to look at patio furniture. Why is patio furniture so expensive? It's
Um,
outside.
because it's weatherproofed.
It's just metal or plastic.
Yeah, it's kinda how
That's
they do.
that's stupid. It's like, I think I've, like, complained about this before, I don't know if it was on the pod or not. The prices of rugs,
Stupid.
dumb.
Stupid. Girl, you're lucky that you have built-in, like, curtains, like sunshades, because that shit is expensive.
Okay, well, fun fact that I found out about a little too late is that when I have my lights on, and it's dark out, you can see inside.
Fully,
You can
fully,
you
yes.
you can definitely see inside in this place here. Um,
Hmm.
so luckily I haven't been the naked neighbor yet, because now I am aware. But yeah, I was, it kind of burst my bubble when I was like, "I can see inside of other people's apartments. I wonder" with the shades down, "I wonder if they can see into mine." Surely not.
Yes, they can.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But at least you at
So
least have the, like at least you have something, right? Like, you can still see through it, sure, but at least it's
mhm.
better than no curtains at all. I don't understand this. Forgive me, I'm going a little tirade here, but it's something about cities specifically that I've noticed. People in the city don't seem to understand that, yeah, like you just said, at nighttime, you can clearly see into the windows of somebody's apartment, and I don't know what it is, but, like, there were so many houses near where I used to live where it was like, I can literally see through your house, through one window in the front and another window in the back. Like, put up some goddamn curtains. You have a 6-year-old child. Come on. Right? I know your daily routine, not because I'm a creep, simply because you leave it out for everybody to fucking see.
Yeah, I'm way too self-conscious, and I don't even do anything, like, incriminating or interesting. In fact, it's mostly embarrassing. Like, you're watching me, like, try to do push-ups on my mat. There's nothing there's nothing scandalous going on. I'm struggling to be human.
Aren't we
There
all?
should be no witnesses to that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like everybody's just struggling to be a human.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. I saw a funny thread that was, like, struggling to save my money when the world is falling apart, and also struggling not to spend all my money because the world is falling apart, and I was like, "Ah, ain't that just it?"
Yeah. Oh my gosh. On Nintendo announced the Switch 2 the other day, and
I
everybody
heard
was
about
really
that
excited. It
until they
looks like a
found out.
good the price, oh my god, the price.
Okay, and they
So
don't support HDMI cables.
huh?
They're not compatible. You have to have the special Nintendo Switch 2 cable.
Oh, yeah, it's just an HDMI 2.1 cable that allows for high refresh rate. You can buy them at Best Buy.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. It comes with one as well, obviously. But no, like, the hardware looks really cool. It looks like an actual improvement because if anyone's a gamer, the Switch 1 was criminally underpowered. That's why all of the games that Nintendo released, like Pokemon, for example, were running at like 20 frames a second kind of a situation. So it seems that they've really updated it, like the technology of it, to be an actual contender in today's market. And the console itself's only $450, but the games start at like 70, $80 now, whereas they used to
Well,
be like 40 or
yeah.
50. Yeah,
I can't
people are
remember the
upset.
last time I can't remember the last time I paid $50 for a game.
Same.
I've
Like,
always paid $100 for a game.
really?
Yeah, unless it was, like, on sale or I'm getting it secondhand. Yeah, I've all of the games that I'm interested in or have a liking to seem to be, like, after tax and everything, like, $100, basically.
Yeah, yeah, and now people are upset because they announced it they could start pre-ordering on April 9th, but they've walked that back now and, like, they're not doing pre-orders in the United States because of tariffs. So,
Ooh,
like, people are
shit.
worried that they're gonna have to raise the price, and it's almost funny. I actually commented this on a YouTuber I watch. I commented on their video. It's almost funny to watch American consumers literally having small meltdowns and, like, crying about the fact that, like, $80 for a game is too expensive. Bitch, in Canada, games have been 80, $70 for the past, like, 5 years because of the difference in
Forever.
our dollar. Like,
Yeah.
be gone.
I still don't have a PS5, and I'm struggling with that because all of the Final Fantasy VII games besides the first one are all on PS5.
Right, right. They did announce that, Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming to the Switch too.
Really?
They
It
did.
feels like a little sacrilegious to play it not on the PlayStation because that's, like, where originally I played it.
But you know what though? Final Fantasy was originally a Nintendo series. Like Square Enix is the one who always made it, but the first I think
Well,
4
Square Soft before it was
Squaresoft, yeah.
Enix. Yeah.
But they were on the Nintendo game systems, and then they like ditched Nintendo and went over to PlayStation. So for them to
Mhm.
come back, it's kind of like a full circle moment, which is kind
It
of
is
cool,
like
I
a full
guess.
circle moment.
But yeah, they want 90 they want 80 USD for the new Mario Kart game. Don't get me wrong, I love Mario. I
Girl,
don't love Mario $115 Canadian. You know what I
girl,
mean?
what's he gonna be doing different than I need to spend an extra fucking $50?
Well, they framed
What
it.
more are you offering in Mario Kart that I need to
Well,
be paying that?
it's open world. So like if you've ever played Forza or any of the like Gran Turismo games, especially the newer ones, you have like an open world map you can drive around on, and then there are like different points that are interaction points where you can like start a race here, kind of a thing. So they're kind of doing that, but at the same time, like, who loves car racing enough to spend, like I said, if adjusted for the Canadian dollar, it's like $115 for the game.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure there are diehard racing fans out there. I always hated racing components to any game. Anytime there's a quest or some sort of mission that's like, okay, you need to race, I'm like, fuck that. If I don't have to do it for the trophy, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't care.
Do you
The only
remember
race that was fine is in Zelda because my
with
horse is
the
always faster.
okay, there's that
When you're
race,
getting
but
like Epona and shit. Yeah.
yeah, but there's also, do you remember in Majora's Mask, you had to race the like male guy and you could never win? Like it was programmed that you could not win.
Incorrect. So in order to
What?
beat the male guy, wait, because he had the bunny mask or the bunny hood to make you run faster. So you had to beat him to get the bunny hood, or you got the bunny hood beforehand to beat him. It was one of those,
I
things.
think I think we're kind of mismashing two things together. So I you're correct in if I'm remembering correctly, you are correct. But I think you had to race him twice, and the first time you race him, you don't have the mask, so you cannot win.
Mhm.
It's like programmed that way. Um,
I'm looking this up. I'm now
Craziness.
curious. I'm now curious. Okay, yeah, so I was wrong. You don't get the bunny hood from him, but you need to have the bunny hood to beat him.
Yeah, and without the bunny hood, the game is like programmed to make you lose.
Yeah, okay. Glad that we got our facts straight. I am trying to think if I have any concerts coming up. The last concert that I went to was Movements, and I actually did a concert review of Movements that you can find on PremoDonnas.com. I think I'm gonna try to go to Baby Metal.
Oh my
I
gosh.
really wanna go to Baby Metal so bad. I just feel like I need to be there. So I do have a Ticketmaster credit that I'm still waiting to receive. So I think I'm gonna do it towards that, but there's also, like, Architects are coming to town with Era, and, like, I really wanna go to that too, but I think Baby Metal will take precedent. But yeah, let us know if you are going to any Toronto shows that we might see you at, and follow us on the Instagram, we really appreciate it. If you're even feeling super generous and you like the show, please give us a rating. I know that everybody says that, but we really mean it. We really mean it, and thank you to all of the nice positive reviews that the show already has. We love you. Just wanna give you a nice big kiss on the forehead. Consensually.
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 A big fat wet
Respectfully.
kiss.
Okay, I didn't go that far.
Sorry. All right. We'll see you next time, or I guess next week.
Mhm. Thank you for
Bye.
listening.